Yo, Mzansi, before we even start, please smash that like, drop a comment, subscribe, share, all of that, because today's story, is one of those.
Very one of those, John, because what we're about to unpack, it's shaking the whole narrative around Shepherd Bushiri.
So, former State Security Minister has confirmed on record that he met with Bushiri back when he was still in South Africa.
And in that meeting, Bushiri made some heavy accusations, hey? Not small things, not gossip, heavy allegations.
He claimed senior Hawks officials, senior SAPS officials, tried to extort him millions, not coins, not pocket change.
The threats of our lives and the demand of money began to grow. It was in this moment when we were also visited by one of the police officers, known as Mr. Paul. He was, I think, a Captain Paul, who said that the General of the Hawks, a department which these four police officers were coming from, would stop our case if we would give him something. I remember some of my team members going to have a meeting with this fellow general, known as General Sibiya. So much money was collected in the name of this general to stop this case. Instead of the general to stop the case, so it was corruption after another corruption. Problem, you go to the authorities, they also are demanding for something, to end something. I remember my team having a meeting with the then General of Hawks at his farm several times. Having meetings with him at his residence in Silverton several times. An attempt for our justice failed.
That this didn't happen. I just want to get on record to say you're saying this didn't happen.
I'm going just to explain something that is going to tell you and even our viewers.
Thank you.
They will make up a decision.
Right.
There is no way, okay, 27 people open cases to one police officer, and these people from different provinces, okay, Cape Town, Mpumalanga, there's police in.
But these are two different police stations with two different officers looking into this.
On paper, okay, on paper, all cases falls under one investigative police officer, which is Pumla, okay, Rebi. And it is the same woman I opened the cases against before I was arrested, number one. Number two, if the case was opened in 2018 about rape, I was in your country. They arrested me in 2019 on other cases. I was never arrested for rape. I only came here in Malawi. That's when they brought up those charges. What does that tell you? What were they waiting for to arrest me? I was in your country. In 2018, they never arrested me. In 2019, they never arrested me. In 2020, they never arrested me.
So how do you speak to the allegations that you also enjoyed a very close relationship with the former Hawks head, Godfrey Lebeya? Do you know the gentleman?
Of course, several times, as I told you before earlier, to say that some of the police officers, including the generals in the army, were part of the syndicate to extort money from us. And the name we just mentioned right now, he was the head of Hawks, I think, at that time, right?
Yes, he's the former head of Hawks now.
He's the former head of Hawks. Several times, my people, I'm just telling you these things which are facts, okay? And one of the people actually who work with me, and he's actually in this room now, several times was called to his farm.
Where's the farm?
To his farm. And I think I may have forgotten, but the guy is actually with us in the studio here.
All right, okay.
He knows where the farm is. All right, so several times he went to his farm, and there he was told to say, okay, we're going to help, we're going to assist, and I have always refused that. And this is what I want to tell you, to say, if I had paid those police officers, there would be no all these cases today. There was no all these things we are selling today and all these cases. This was a thing which was made to get money from us. We're not running out from accountability. Listen, we're not running out from accountability. Court is court, okay? However, if justice has to be served, it has to be served fairly.
Let's dissect the issue before we get into that. You were called to a farm. I just want to know who called you to the farm and how much were they trying to extort from you? Because that's perhaps one of your main arguments, to say there are generals who are trying to extort money from you. And we need to get to the bottom of this to find out who are these generals who are trying to extort money from you.
All right, so let me say this. It's so complicated because wherever we are going to look for assistance, instead of helping, they also needed some money to help.
Okay.
And this is where the whole chain comes in. So there was a certain gentleman who's also, I think, a general in the Hawks. His name is Paul, something like that. I've forgotten his surname. And this is a man who said he can take the matter to the head of the Hawks so that he can help us.
Which head of the Hawks? I just want to know.
Lebeya.
Godfrey Lebeya.
Yeah.
He's now former head of
Yeah,
the Hawks. Okay.
yeah.
So this gentleman said to you he can take the matter to Lebeya.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he said he can take the matter to Lebeya. So, okay. Because we're looking for assistance, maybe they'll be arrested, or maybe these guys who we have opened cases against, maybe they'll be arrested. You see, or if there's any investigation against us, because what we are saying wasn't to say that there shouldn't be investigations against us. We are saying if there are investigations against us, these people, may they excuse themselves from these cases? Because you can't be investigating me or you want money from me and have opened the case against you, and the cases are with you. There are many police officers in South Africa. So we wanted them to. So when we heard that this man would take the issue to the head of the Hawks, we thought, okay, wow, we have got a solution to be done. So this poor guy, he went to one of my bodyguards and they say, okay, he says you're going to meet him at the farm. And then they went together at the farm to meet him. All right.
Okay.
After the meeting, Mr. Paul said, okay, he says for you, for your boss to be free, if you can arrange something that's going to be given to him.
How much?
I think it was about 2 million, 3 million, something like that.
So this gentleman who was sent, or who was instructed by Lebeya, spoke to your bodyguard on a farm and said to help you.
Actually met General Lebeya, not once.
You met him?
No, not him.
Your bodyguard?
Yeah, as I said that he's actually in this room.
Yeah.
He met him several times, no, not once.
And there
met
was
him at the farm, the other time at his house.
Yeah.
So these are the things which are facts, and these meetings happened. And when I was hearing to say, you see, I'm trying to get the help, the only ones who never wanted money from us, to be to be truthful, it's Fraser. He never asked money from us. The head of the former minister, Bongo, he never asked money from us. The general of police, Sitole, he never asked any money from us. But the people I'm mentioning, these are the people who wanted the money. Even the head of they call him the president of the Hawks, who called for a meeting with my lawyer. He never asked or anything to do with the money from us. Okay. But I'm telling you, people who were asking for money. So Mr. Paul.
And the former minister is basically confirming the encounter happened. He didn't say he was lying about the extortion claims. He's just laying out that he did raise them formally.
So this means Bushiri wasn't just cooking stories out of thin air. There were real conversations at the highest levels.
But here's the part that confuses me, John. The same people who run to Bushiri for miracles.
Yes, you take your problems to him.
Meanwhile, he had problems with the Hawks, the police, the courts, and somehow he wasn't able to miracle himself out of those situations?
Vugani, guys, wake up. If he couldn't use his powers for his own life, how is he supposed to fix your life?
Imagine, Hawks knocking at his door, and instead of disappearing the case, he disappears himself to Malawi.
Teleportation vibes. Miracle 101.
But jokes aside, this revelation is big, especially because people always said Bushiri was making excuses.
So, if you think we're exaggerating, here is a clip of the former minister backing Bushiri's claims. Listen carefully.
I must just say outrightly that I don't have any relationship whatsoever with the prophet. Safe to say that he did visit me on the day that he has mentioned when I was still state security minister.
And what was the visit about? Why would he have visited you when you were minister?
No, I think sequel to a call I got from the General Sitole the Commissioner of Police, as he then was, I then met with the Bushiri and he leveled serious allegations against the top cops, and he also laid a complaint. What I then did was that I called the DG of the Department of State Security, Mr. Arthur Fraser, and subsequent to that, I think I spoke to the President of the Republic, Jacob Zuma, as he then was, and then we tried to map a way forward in terms of arresting this problem which was arrested.
Did you instruct anyone? You said you spoke to Mr. Arthur Fraser at the time. Did you instruct him to assist, to help Bushiri?
Yes, I did instruct him to assist because the complaint was of a severe nature. And subsequent to that, I spoke to President Zuma, as he then was, to say there is this crisis that is happening within the service.
Yo. Do you hear that? The level of detail, the seriousness of that meeting. This changes a lot because now the question becomes, were those officers abusing power? Was Bushiri being targeted? Who else did this happen to?
And does this open old cases again? Because if extortion attempts happened, then corruption goes far deeper than Bushiri.
Very deep and very messy and very South African.
Let us know what you think. Was Bushiri telling the truth all along? Or is this just one piece of a much bigger puzzle?
Comment below, subscribe, and stay with SA Political Lens.
Because this story
Is getting hotter.